Hello my subjects, and welcome back to my channel. How's it going? Sorry it took me so long to upload part 2 of the 20 subscriber special. I've been doing some things. I've been busy, doing stuff. By the way, this is not going to be a day where I upload 2 videos. I know when I do like specials, I don't technically count them as full videos, but I'm again very busy. Finals week is almost here, so woo! Let's go! Summer break. And as of recording this, I have hit 24 subscribers. Woo! Let's go! Thank you so much. That means the world to me. Woo, 24. Slowly climbing. Slowly but surely. Soon enough, I'll be up there with the greats. The famous YouTubers should be trembling in their boots, for I am almost there. They shall fear me. Anyway, all jokes aside, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now, let's get to the questions. John? Yeah, about that friend. Anthony, I don't know how to tell you this, but you didn't get any questions. The comment section on that video was as empty as your head is. Like, the chances of you getting comments, especially at, 24 subscribers, no offense or anything to you or the people watching at home, but you're not necessarily famous enough for people to comment to you, like the chances of you getting a comment are as slow as you ever finding true love. Like the chances of you getting a comment are as low as your self-esteem and confidence. Your chances of getting a comment are as low as you breaking out of your shell and actually finding someone you can call a friend, or just finding someone in general to talk to. John, can you not roast me in my own home while I'm recording? Also, by the way, I'll have you know, by technicality, I have felt that feeling, alright? I'm just an introvert. Go away, John. Just go away. Oh, yeah, sure. Sorry. I'll be on my way. Sorry. I forgot how much of a romantic you are. I mean, you just have had how many crushes in the past couple of years and have never talked to any of them? I just find it kind of strange, kind of crazy. My friend. I should get out of here now. Alright, fine. This can be a spear, He teleported. I'll get you next time. Rumo. It's one thing to roast me in my own home. It's another to roast me while I'm recording, Like, I would be fine if he roasted me off camera, but on camera, now people know. Jeez. Anyway. Sorry about that. He's a bit of chaos goblin, I guess you can say. Messed up my hair. Anywho. So yeah, thank you for 24 subscribers. It means the world to me. Since I didn't necessarily get any questions, I might as well talk to y'all here. First of all, I do have plans in store for the future, which I'm not gonna go into detail because I might not do them in general. One thing I will do though, however, is I may not upload as much frequently. I know I've talked about, like, I'm taking a break, so on and so forth, and I have taken breaks. Some of you may have noticed that sometimes I don't upload on Mondays or Fridays or just any random day of the week. Not the point. I mean that finals week is almost here. The week for studying. I don't study. That's not the point. I can't be bothered. I cannot be bothered. I'll use my memory. I am too stubborn. Not the point. Basically, I may not be uploading as much for 2 reasons. One, I am a very busy person. By busy, I mean I want free time. The reason I do this hobby, this YouTube gig, I guess, is because it's more of a hobby. Something I do in my free time. And I've got lots of free time, but now I've got to worry about school. I've got to stress about finals. I have to de-stress by watching YouTube videos of other YouTubers. I've got to think of ideas for new videos, new shorts. It's gotten to the point where I can't upload a video and a short on the same day because I've got stuff to do. I've got to walk treadmill. I've got stuff to do here, there, that, and here. Hopefully when summer break comes, I can have a lot more time to myself and I can talk to y'all a lot more. Again, I want to show my appreciation for all of you because I truly appreciate any and all of you. People who are just here to watch, people who just comment, people who just share, or people who have subscribed to me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you more than you know, trust me. I'm glad you find a boring guy like me, fun to watch. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to me that people, enjoy who I am as a person, enjoy my personality. It means a lot to me. It does. I know I'm not, at a point in femininity? Is that the word? I'm not, famous enough to say that. To say, thank you for bringing me this far. Thank you for everything you all have done for me. But I still think that I should show my appreciation because I appreciate any and all subscribers, any and all views. I could get 3 views on one video. I'm happy. I'm great. I appreciate the fact that y'all are taking time out of your day to watch someone like me. It means a lot to me. It does. So thank you. I just can't say that enough, which is why I do special videos. I was going to stick to subscriber specials, but I was like, no, I wanted to show my appreciation more than just, doing other stuff. Also, cleaning after my characters has gotten tiresome. Doing character videos sucks because I gotta clean up. I gotta put their shirts back on hangers, their costumes back on the hangers, put them back in the closet, and then take them out again for the next video, and so on and so forth. Which I don't mind, but it gets also boring. My legs hurt. Walking on a treadmill for 30 minutes a day, jogging for 5 of those minutes, well, at least trying to jog for 5 of those minutes. I don't get a lot of free time. Once weekdays, but only on school days. When summer starts, I have to walk twice every single day until school starts. And when school starts, I have to walk once every weekday and twice every weekend. But yeah. Man, it's warm in here. That's all I really wanted to talk about. I'm sorry this video wasn't any longer. Don't worry though, if you are late to the Q&A, I will be doing another one for 30 subscribers. And then 40, and then 50, and then 60, and then 70, and then 80, and then 90, and then 100, then 110, 120. Until I get some questions. I'm gonna go to 1,000 and be like, I have not gotten any questions. 1,000 subscribers special. I get 50 questions one day. 1 hour. In 1 hour. And then meanwhile, my other subscriber specials, I get no questions. Anywho, yeah. Thank y'all so much for taking the time today to watch someone like me. I appreciate it. Now, as for the future of this channel, things will change eventually. First of all, my characters are making headway to being more of the main focus of this channel, which is, by the way, what this channel was going to mainly be about, is main focus on my characters, because, yeah, this was supposed to be a character-specific channel, but I decided, you know what, screw it. We make this channel as chaotic as I am, where I just do random and throw stuff at the wall and hope it sticks. By the way, for those who have seen my religious videos, I'm sorry if I haven't kept up with those. I'm thinking of ideas right now on how to continue the religious video series. I'm thinking of maybe doing a lot more talking about other stuff religious-wise. Again, it's very hard to talk about religion when you don't know much about it. I may be a follower of God, but that doesn't mean I know everything. I don't even own a Bible, man. I don't own a Bible. I should, but I don't have one on me. I wish I did, though. I wish I had a Bible on hand, you know? Like, I could just pull it out and be like, John 3, verse, John 3, verse 19, something like that. For those who have committed sin can always be forgiven. You know, I wish I could do that, but I can't because I don't have a Bible on me. I will also be starting to, hopefully, very soon. I don't know when this is going to happen. I did talk about my room being painted. That's not going to happen anytime soon. That's fine. What I will do is try to upgrade my setup a bit more. I'm trying to look into 2 things. 1, headset microphone. A headset with a microphone. And 2, a webcam. And 3, I need to figure out how to log into my Xbox account from my phone. The reason for this is so that way y'all can get better video game. Video game videos. You know, rather than being all the way over here, you're on top of my TV. But I can't do that because, 1, I don't have a microphone. So any video game content I will do would be voiceovers, which can't be asked. I'm sorry. I'm a very lazy person. Again, my energeticness and my laziness, it's like a scale, right? Laziness. Hyperness. Energeticness. I'm sorry, I've been speaking for a while. My throat is starting to hurt. Sorry. Almost choked on water. And by the way, as you can see, I'm changing a lot of my rules now. For those who don't know, back in the day, I made a couple rules for myself. For 1, I made a rule about I kept myself in a lot of in a box basically. Where for 1, I'm not where I was basically I don't want to do any more battle type videos. Back when I did Captain Man versus the red grasshopper, or as he's called in Spanish, El Chapulín Colorado, I said that was going to be a one-of-a-kind video. And then we have John versus Genie, just scooting its way through. I may do more of those. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable doing them because I'm using technically trademarked characters. I guess you can count it as a parody, but too risky. Another thing is, I also said I would never write, or at least act a female character, and I would never act a gay character. How past me has been so wrong. I guess so. What's the word? Because again, I try to play characters that I'm not comfortable with. For an example, Prophet. I'm not comfortable playing him because of how angry and how hateful he can be. It's very hard. I don't feel comfortable playing as him, right? But I gotta get out of my shell. So hopefully, I at least get better at acting, if you're gonna be an actor, you gotta learn to play any and all roles you are given, even if you do not personally relate to the character. Which is why we have 2 characters, by the way, that, kind of break that rule. One is Mutate, obviously. The second one is Apothecary. Apothecary and a female. He is a male. More on him later. He will come a lot more. He will be a lot more reoccurring character like Mr. Talon in a way. I got very special plans for some of my characters. Again, some of my characters I really enjoy acting. As I like Mr. Talon, he's one of my favorites to play as he digs into my Hispanic roots. Apothecary is my favorite to play because he digs more into my, what's the word? Theater mindset, where I, play the role of an, extravagant Metaton from Undertale. That's basically what I'm going for. Except a lot less, more like that, you know? A lot more tame, per se. Again, I'm trying to do better as story goes on. Now, again, I don't think I will break the other rule, however, of playing and acting as characters who are of different ethnicities, because I don't feel comfortable with that. With I could make it. I could. Like from the reason I wrote Apothecary is because, one, I want to be a little more inclusive, and two, I don't feel like doing like, if I can do the character right, it doesn't feel homophobic in a way, right? Because I don't want to come across that way. I'm not. I'm not. But like, I want to write the character in a way where Marvel can't write. You know, like, in a way where, but I want to write the character in a way that Marvel has not been able to write said character in years, you know? That's basically what I'm trying to go for, is basically a great representation, but not making that, like, the character's whole entire thing. Like, I'm not gonna make, like, for example, the way Marvel does it, right, is they make a character like that, like a character part of the LGBTQ community, plus community, and basically they're like, okay, so we scale that up to 10, right? Everything they do is, like, they've got long nails, they've got this, they've got that. I'm not gonna do all of that. I'm gonna rather, what's the word? Do it in a way where it makes sense, or at least in a way that it doesn't feel forced, right? Where it's like, I don't know, but like in a way that makes like something, right? Again, with the female character, I don't feel like I'm doing something wrong by playing the role of a female. I don't feel comfortable, but again, the reason why I don't portray such as characters, because I feel like if I try to go for said character, I may be seen as hateful towards said characters when I'm trying not to be, like, over stereotyping someone or something, right? Which I'm trying to not to do. But it's very hard because I don't know how to write characters like that. Again, I'm not a writer. I've never been a writer, so it's very hard for me to write characters like that. Now, the reason why I'm not gonna do someone of a different ethnicity is because I feel a lot less comfortable with that. Because, for one, as much as I would like to make Crowmaster's race the race that he is, because Crowmaster is, in fact, supposed to be African American. He is based off of Dr. Facilier. My problem with that is, right, I am white. I am Hispanic, yes, but I am white, whiter than white. I don't feel like I deserve to play, or at least have the right to play a character like Crowmaster if he's African American. I would rather someone who is of, like, said race or sex, or I guess said gender, or a part of the LGBTQ plus community play said character. For an example, I would rather have an African American play Crowmaster. I would rather have a woman play Mutate. I would rather have a gay person who has experience being gay play Apothecary, and just make that Apothecary their character, basically, as in, like, they put their personality and their, like, experiences of being, of being gay to the character, right? It's very hard, because again, I try to get very personal with my characters. I give them my personalities, I give them my flaws, I give them my weaknesses, I give them my strengths. That's what I do with my characters. You will notice that a lot more within Anthony and Prophet, in my strengths, weaknesses, and all that stuff. I get a lot more personal with my own characters because I put my personality into them. I just don't know if I'm doing well. So please, 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 if you have any critiques of how I handle a certain character, please tell me so I can do a better job at handling said character. That's all I really want to know, if I'm handling characters like Mutate and Apothecary well enough. And, tell me what I'm doing wrong so I can, do better, right? Because this is all about me wanting to represent, or at least do great representation of other types of people, right? Because again, this is a channel where everyone belongs, except for like really negative, hateful people. But again, this is a channel where everyone belongs, where everyone feels welcomed, where everyone feels welcomed and kind. We are here to spread kindness, right? We're here to help. Basically, I want to make the channel, this kingdom, even feel like a welcoming place. So I don't want to seem unwelcoming with the way I portray certain characters. Other than that, I try to keep things as respectful as possible within my community. Thank you again for 24 subscribers. It means the world to me. I will continue on this escapade of character writing. I have other characters in store for the future, but that's for the future. You're not going to meet them yet, but hey, I do have ideas for other characters. John and the main team, they're always going to be the main focus, but we will see other heroes and villains along the way. And if y'all have noticed, if y'all watched my short about that I dropped a couple months ago, before I uploaded season 6, episode 3, you may notice that I have introduced a villain character that you've seen in a short before, the Mad Hatter, to be specific. More on him later. Other than that, though, have a wonderful evening, afternoon, morning, and or night. I hope I did a fantastic job at, not yapping your ear off or anything like that. I'm sorry if I'm a little too talkative today. I'm very energetic right now. Anywho, goodbye, my subjects. Peace. And again, please, if you had any critiques on how I handle certain characters or do certain videos, please tell me. I would love some criticism. Positive criticism, please. Again, I don't accept negativity here, but there's a difference between negativity and being a critique. If you're negative because you want to be, because you are hateful, right? Critiquing is like you want someone to do better. You want someone to do better at doing something instead of just, hating someone no matter what, right? Again, I'll take your critiques I'll listen to your critiques as long as they're not critiques of, your personality sucks, change it. Because that's not a critique, that's just you being negative. Yeah. I'll, again, if y'all got any critiques, please tell me. I would love to know if I'm doing a good job at playing the characters I am playing, or if I'm not. If you need me to change something about a character, for an example, I'm not going to change anything about the main characters. No, I'm not giving you that much power. My main characters stay the way they are. Mostly because I'm attached to them. Not the point. Anything about, side characters, even someone as, Mr. Talon, if you want, I'm not changing the fact that he's Hispanic, though. I can change the type of bird he is. Because he's a macaw. A Mexican macaw. If y'all, don't like how, roughed, or I guess how of a tough exterior he has, or if he doesn't have enough of a tough exterior. Again, I would love some critiques, at least, or, some way to do better than I am right now. Sorry. Sorry if I'm not doing well enough. Thank you, though. That's pretty much everything. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Peace. I really gotta not yap as much, though. I talk too much for my own good. Bye.